What's up, everybody? Super fan here with the wife. Her name is...
Hi, my name's Beth. I know a lot of you guys follow me on Instagram as Elizabeth Claire. That's just a name I put on there a while ago. But I do go by Beth. I've always gone by Beth. And we're going to be doing some questions today.
Yes, so I posted on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for all of you to ask some questions here pertaining to either me and her or her. I will be doing a live stream on Sunday to answer questions as far as all of the channel and stuff like I normally do. This is just going to be about just us and her in particular, because many of you have been asking for us to introduce her to the channel, and so we wanted to just start off with some of the questions that you guys asked here on Twitter and stuff. So
and yes, I'm drinking wine, and yes, I am of age, because many of you think that I am not, but I am.
Everyone thinks she looks like she's 16 to a lot of people. I mean, she was carded, and they actually scanned her card tonight just to buy the wine. So that's her life, and I kind of have a baby face too, so I kind of have the same thing. But yes, so you want to just hop into the Twitter questions first?
Sure, why not?
Alrighty. So first question was by Eric Garcia, who said, "You guys plan on having kids?" Getting right to the meat of the questions right off the bat. So, you can answer that?
Yeah, we do want to have kids. We just got married in July. I'm not the type that's going to be having kids at the age of 23. So I think we're probably, what we talked about is we want to wait at least 5 years to see, just to live our lives together before we bring anyone else in. But yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
So, alrighty. Next question here is, what's her dream car? And some other people ask questions about a dream family car, like a kind of what we would want as a family car. So again, I will defer to you.
Oh, well, the car that I want as a family car would be definitely a Porsche Macan. It has been ever since we drove it last year at the
Columbus open event. They introduced the Macan. If you go back and watch the videos from last year, we went for a ride in one, and it was pretty awesome with the launch control and everything else. And you just really love the style and stuff too, right?
Yeah, I love the size.
So yeah, and then as far as a four-door car for me, I'll just quickly add that. Of course, I would still love to just have a Subaru WRX. Anytime I needed a four-door car, that would probably be my go-to choice. So, the next question though, this is one that we get asked a lot, not just on YouTube, but in general. How did we meet? I told the story on the live stream a few times, but never had her here with me to explain it all together. So,
we were actually on the set of Not Cool, which is Shane Dawson's movie that he made last year. We were extras on that set, and we were in The Chair, the reality show. So, we were together for at least a week straight. We were working from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and it was really fun. We just got to become really good friends, and throughout that we were both single, so we hung out a few times afterwards and just kept hanging out. So that's how that happened, and yeah, it was great.
Yeah. So Rodrigo Perez asks on Twitter, what's your favorite food?
I'm gonna have to go with pizza because I'm a loser and I love pizza.
Who doesn't love pizza?
Another question's from John May. He said, would we ever do a Draw My Life video? Probably. It would be fun to do. If you guys want us to do it, we can do it. Maybe I could do one and he could do one, or we could do one together. But yeah, that would be pretty cool to do. Yeah,
I answered that in a live stream too, I think a while ago. And I'm terrible at drawing, but I could just do stick figures. I just kind of tell our whole story, and that would probably be pretty cool. Just got to get a little whiteboard, and we can probably do that. Alright, so switching over to the questions on Facebook. Ek and I asked several questions. I'll just pick a few of them here. One is, has she ever told you that you're too obsessed with cars?
I honestly have never, I don't think I've ever said that. I know it's his life, and I know it's his job, so, I mean, why would I ever say something bad about that, so.
Some people are asking if you're going to start your own car channel, yeah, stuff like that.
Definitely not. I'm not going to start my own car channel because, first of all, I know nothing about cars. Second of all, I I don't need the car channel.
She's busy anyway. She's a nanny, and that's her main occupation, and so she doesn't really have a lot of time to do a channel anyway. Okay, so here's a question that someone asked that I'm actually curious to ask as well. And Frank here says, which car did you or do you like more, the Mustang or the BRZ?
I think I like the Mustang, honestly, and you guys are all gonna hate me for saying this, but it's quieter. That's
For
all
now.
I'm gonna say. I mean, we went on a few trips last year in the BRZ, and hearing that loud exhaust for quite a few hours was a little much.
Yeah, I mean, that exhaust drone, like so many of you guys asked me like where you can get that exhaust, but it was super loud. And going forward with the Mustang and stuff, I definitely want to go with some quieter exhaust systems that don't just totally give us a headache, because not only is it rough on me, but it is also rough on her. So here's a question Mike asked. He says, does it feel different being married versus dating? A non-car question.
It's definitely different because we're living together and we spend almost 24 hours a day together, 7 days a week. It's great. I love it. It's so much better than dating, obviously, because we get to spend so much more time together than we weren't able to in the past year or so. So it's been great to just be together.
It's a lot less driving too.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the reasons why I was racking up so many miles on my cars was driving a lot over, because I hang out with her just about every day, and so it gets to be a lot of driving, so it's nice not to have to drive home every night. Alrighty, so switching over some questions from Instagram here, we have a question from Andy Rugi123 who says, how does she feel about your YouTube career?
Well, I think it's great. I think it's wonderful that he's following his dreams, and I love it. It makes him so happy to do what he loves, and I do what I love, and I think that's one thing that everyone should aspire to do, is just do the things that you love in life.
Another question a little bit related. Engineering Explained, Jason asks, what made her finally cave and agree to shoot a video with you? And so you can actually...
I mean, I've said that I wanted to do a video, and I've wanted to do a video for a while, but I think we just had to figure out when and how. I'm pretty busy with my nannying and my other jobs that I do. Here's a question. What was your first impression of me?
Oh man, we're getting tough here. First impression, she was like the life of the party. So, we were on this movie set, and she was like the one that was making everyone laugh. She was the one that was just like so outgoing, and I am super introverted, and so I was like, this is really cool. Like, I feel like if I was like hanging out with her, I'd never be bored. Like, it'd always be exciting, and it's very true.
And you'd be surprised, everyone who thinks that Matt is completely insane all the time. He is not. He is very, very shy, especially in real life.
Yeah, I'm very low key and just like keeping to myself. So it was even just like a stretch just for me to go up and talk to her. But she was very sweet and approachable. All right, so another interesting question here from Hank Bobo, who says, my wife gives me a lot of crap about mods and things of that nature. How does your wife feel about dropping money on new parts, assuming they're not free sponsored parts?
Well, he does get a lot of free sponsored parts, but anything that he normally would buy for a mod for his car, I don't see any problem in him doing that. I mean, it's his money, so he can do whatever he wants with it. If he was spending my own money, I would be kind of upset because I like to buy my own things, but I'd say he can buy whatever he wants for his car because I know it's his job and I know it's something that he loves to do, so why would I take that from him?
So, Marshall4212 asks, will you teach your wife to drive a manual and make a video for it?
I know mostly how to drive a manual, just the bare minimum, but maybe he could do that if you guys really, really wanted him to. I would look like a complete fool, but sure. If you guys really want it, we can do it.
Yeah, we didn't film it, but she went out once in the Mustang. She wanted to take it up and down the street, and we gave it a little try. And she got it down. It was a little rough, like any first timer. That's totally okay. But yeah, she was able to get going, and once she was up and going, she was fine. It was just, that's the tricky part, of course, is getting started. Here's an interesting question from Sean_34, who says, what was the best thing that has happened to both of you besides getting married?
the best thing that's happened to both of us is definitely the fact that we were able to travel so much and that we still are able to do that. I think it's really fun, and it's a great experience to be able to go and meet his fans and do reviews with them, and definitely just traveling around the country together, and someday it will be the world, and it's just really exciting. It's one thing that's definitely really awesome for the both of us. So.
Yeah, it's really cool just to be able to share all these experiences with her and just kind of go on this journey together of this whole YouTube thing and all the places it takes us. It's really cool. Okay, so Jason Zallars says, if she could change anything in the Mustang, what would it be?
I don't think there's anything I would change about it or even think about changing, so.
It would be nice to be able to hold hands. I mean, I don't want to get an automatic, but, whenever I get automatic loaner cars, for press vehicles and stuff, it's kind of nice to have an automatic sometimes, be able to just drive around holding hands and stuff. It's something you definitely can't do really too much with a manual.
How about you tell me where our first date was?
Our first date was Applebee's. Now we're getting quizzed here.
Yeah.
No, we just went to Applebee's. It was low key because we had been just seeing each other every day on set and just decided to go the next day and just kind of do something low key. And so that's what we did. Just keeping it simple.
Yeah, we weren't going to do any dating oh my gosh, let's go to the most expensive restaurant in town, because it doesn't matter. Honestly, if you're going to go hang out with someone, go hang out with someone where it's not
in a normal place.
Yeah, so.
Alright, so another question here by the original Sayer. He says, does your wife help with the reviews you do?
Every time I have a free day where I'm not doing anything else, I'll definitely come do a review with him. It's always really fun to see what he does, and I tease him a lot.
Yeah.
Just to keep things light. It's really nice and fun to do that because he tends to be really serious, and I like kind of cutting that seriousness and making everything a little bit more funny, because I think that's how things turn out really well. And
even whenever we were filming the little collab with Mike, the Street Speed channel, this past couple of weekends ago, she was just giving me a hard time, and he was cracking up at how funny it is, because I do get super serious, in a zone whenever I'm filming, and I'm all super serious, and she kind of helps me to be a little more lighthearted about it, which is definitely something that I need. I take myself too seriously sometimes, and so she definitely helps with that. Mm-hmm. So, a question by Brandon Broads. He says, what are each of your best memories as a kid?
You go.
Okay, so for me, I think one of my best memories as a kid was going to baseball games with my dad. He would take me, and that was just great bonding time, and I love baseball as well. And those are just, when I look back and think of fun childhood memories, that's always one of the first that pops into my head.
I think one of my favorite childhood memories was definitely being with my best friend Kayla, growing up together on the same street, having tons of friends around us. It was definitely one of the best childhoods ever, because all we did was play. We had a little cul-de-sac, and we would play kickball, baseball, t-ball, whatever. But it was really great to be able to have my friends and basically another set of family members.
Okay, so the Car Guy 14 asks, he's asking about how we met, which we already answered, but he also asks, he wants both of us to describe each other in 3 words.
I think 3 words. He's so loving and caring and just plain wonderful. He's the best thing in the world, and I love him so much.
And thank you. For her, I would say definitely just outgoing, fun, and still very caring and sweet. Technically not 3 words, but close enough. Alright, so J Mike, I'm guessing, on Instagram here asks, why didn't you let him get the V8? With lots of exclamation points and question marks.
Well, let me tell you, everyone, I am not his, I did not tell him to get a V8. I did not tell him to get an EcoBoost. I didn't tell him to do anything except I said, go for it. That's his dream car, so.
Okay, so EJ Little asks, what does your wife plan to drive in the future?
Well, I'm definitely ready to get rid of my Fiesta because it is not my favorite car. Next year, I'm planning on getting a Range Rover Evoque. That is definitely great for me because it is still small and I've always wanted a Range Rover, so definitely getting that because I can. Since we're done with questions on that, I decided to do some girlfriend/boyfriend tags. I know we're married, but I wanted to get some of those questions so that you guys could know a little bit more about us. So, how long have we been together?
We have been together, it's been probably, what now, a year and 7 months, roughly.
Yeah, since we first started dating. What was our first road trip? I know that one.
Our first road trip, man, I feel like I'm getting quizzed now. First, was it when we went to Seven Springs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Seven Springs in the BRZ, which was brave, being rear-wheel drive, but I had snow tires, and it was actually fine. We had a great little weekend hanging out. For those of you that don't know what Seven Springs is, that's just like a little snow resort kind of thing. You can do snow tubing and, you know, skiing and snowboarding, all that kind of stuff, and just in some mountains nearby Pittsburgh here.
When did you meet my family?
On the first date, right?
Yeah.
I just was a man about it, and I walked right up to the door and picked her up and met her dad, met her mom, and her parents are super friendly and everything, so it was totally not intimidating, really. Well, it's still a little nerve-wracking just at first, you don't know what to expect, but yeah, it was totally fine.
If I am watching TV, what am I watching?
Some kind of reality show normally, but you got a bunch of shows that it's funny, I never really watched TV that much until like we started dating, and now like we watch a lot of TV, which is interesting because I'm like learning a lot just by watching other shows and seeing how, you know, all that stuff is done. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, we like, you know, a lot of different, you know, sitcoms and, you know, reality stuff and everything in between, really.
What is my eye color?
Brown.
Oh, you got it so quick.
Yep.
Who is my best friend? Tell the world.
Kayla is her best friend.
My best friend's name is Kayla, just so you all know. Where am I from?
She was born in Vermont, actually, and made her way back down to Pittsburgh here, and I'm so glad you did.
Yeah. What can I spend hours doing?
Shopping. Shopping.
I like to shop. It's just a thing. I'm a girl.
Cheers.
Okay. Fine. If I could live anywhere, where would I live?
California.
Yeah. Where?
LA.
LA, why?
Because she's a California soul.
There you go. What size shoe do I wear?
7.5.
Yeah, that's it. 7.5/8, depending. What drink do I order when we go out to eat?
So it depends where we are, but anything fruity and like a mango slushy kind of thing or something like that is normally anything fruity and sweet you like.
Rum.
Yes, with rum.
With rum. I like rum.
So this next question, what percentage of housework would you say that I do?
I'd say 60% because I'm not here as much as you are. So.
Fair.
Would you agree with that?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, we both pitch in. It's a team effort, you know. So you know, but whenever she's out, you know, for long days and stuff, then I'm, you know, the one that's doing a lot of the stuff. But then she definitely does a lot of the stuff here whenever I'm busy. So it's give and take. Favorite movie?
Your favorite movie is definitely one of 3. Either Back to the Future. Either Back to the Future, Fast and Furious, any of the movies, or James Bond.
Yep.
So that's all the questions we got today, and thank you guys so much for asking them, and thank you for playing along with us. It was really fun. I'm glad you guys watched, and I'm glad I was finally able to come out and say hi on this channel, and I'm so excited for the future, and if you guys want me to be in more stuff, please let me know, and I can work things out.
Yeah, give us ideas.
Yeah, and thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care.
See you next time. Take care.